Let's show one more time. Everything's all good, including voice audio. I don't need to display camera.
Yeah.
Display activity,
I'm live on mine. Let me just pull up my YouTube. If everyone can give me a test word, that'd be fantastic.
Going live. Going live. We're testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Kevin, you want to throw something out there?
I want to throw something out there. Throw a frisbee out there.
Throw a frisbee right at some dirty old people.
Yo, hold on.
All right, we're all there. We're good.
Alrighty. Okay. We are live. Welcome, everybody. Welcome again. It is that time of the week again. A lovely Thursday evening, about 10:20-ish, I would say. I think it's about 10:18, but I'll say 10:20-ish. Welcome, everybody, back to Crafting a Chat, episode 58, where this week we take a couple of deep dives on some games we've been playing, and rumors and whatever else we have to talk about. But anyway, gentlemen, how are you guys all feeling today?
I'm good.
All right, cool. I know you've been enjoying that COD Beta. I know you're having a lot of fun with that. How are you two gentlemen doing? Adam, how are you doing?
I'm good.
All right, Destinoto, how's everything going with you?
Oh, I'm doing swell.
Oh, you sound like you're in a lot of pain. Well, what have you guys been playing all this time? Adam, you want to go first?
No.
All right, then. Destinoto, you want to go first?
Well, it's only Fate Grand Order.
That's it? Okay.
So,
watch anything? You see any good shows? Any movies?
Yes.
Please do elaborate.
There was a new season for this show called Into the Night.
Mm-hmm.
Where these people are, going on an airplane, just everyday, travel. And turns out the sun is killing people. Turns out the sun's rays are actually killing and melting people. So
melting people.
Yeah, so they're in the airplane, they're flying in the sky. They find out on the news that the people are just dying everywhere, wherever the sun is, and they piece it together like, oh, if it's daytime, we're gonna die. So
This sounds French.
It actually is. It's so many different languages that are spoken in the show. There's French, German, Spanish. But yeah, there's just quite a few different people.
Sun's trying to kill us. French people. That's who do that.
You think they just harness the power of the sun, and that's how
No. It's just a common thing in their media. Case in point, 2012 Assassin's Creed, the sun. French
the sun
people.
Did kill, yep, the sun did kill all of us in 2012.
I'm looking this up. Keep going.
All right.
So
okay, cool.
They end up turning the plane away from the sun so they can, hide while it's nighttime. And the plane doesn't have unlimited fuel, so they have to land somewhere. They end up landing in this this airport place, and they find out they can't actually stay in the building either because the sun's rays are still getting to people inside buildings. So they take whatever they can from there, and then they find this military bunker, and they're staying underground in this bunker, and that's safe because it's underground. It's not above ground. So as long as you're not above ground, you're fine.
So the sun's rays are only detrimental to people. They're not detrimental to like structures.
They are to animals, but not like actual structures. No.
Any living being, then inanimate objects are fine against the sun.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's still a mystery. No one really knows what's happening in the show. They still haven't revealed very much about what is actually
ultraviolet
happening.
rays, probably ultraviolet rays.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. But,
radiation, it looks like, because radiation will just go through inanimate objects and just kill people. It won't actually melt inanimate objects.
Yeah. The thing is, it doesn't last past the daytime. So like, if you come out at night, nothing happens to you.
Well, yeah, because the sun's gone. It's weird though. The sun will reflect off the moon,
that makes
so
no sense. But
yeah, wouldn't the moon's rays also kill you too?
well, it's still the sun's rays, but okay.
Okay, well, okay, the sun's rays that are reflecting off the moon.
Well, it's definitely not as
I guess maybe because it's diluted,
it's still,
maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's just reflecting. It's not like straight rays.
Interesting.
So
thank God the moon's not a giant mirror in the sky. Maybe that would have been probably worse if it was a giant mirror.
Oh man, I wish it was.
What else? What else you been watching?
There was this movie called Worth that was really interesting.
Okay.
It was on Netflix. It is about post 9/11 and how the government made this fund for all the families that were either economically damaged or like they lost family members in the buildings or in the wreckage, or somebody got sick from cleaning or all that. So yeah, it's about this one really good accountant dude who has to make a formula that will essentially give people a certain amount of money based on aspects of their life, like if they're married, if they have kids, what kind of job they had before, or what kind of job they have now, and they'll basically pay out money based on the formula. And the whole movie was like, oh, you're treating people as numbers and not actual people, and putting them into this formula, and everybody's just obviously angry because no one wants like the money in that sense, because they still lost their loved ones. So yeah,
Okay.
it was a pretty good movie, showcasing how the government can fail people. But they ended up, because there was a certain acceptance rate of the amount of people that were joining or going to be part of the fund, and that was like 5% at the beginning of the movie. But he started talking to the actual families himself and learning more about them, instead of just his staff learning and telling him. He actually decided to hear some of the stories firsthand, so he could see them as people and not just numbers on a piece of paper.
Okay.
That's nice.
Yeah. And then he ended up getting the acceptance rate all the way up to like 95%.
Wow.
Of people who wanted to be part of the fund, because there was so many people who were just angry and didn't want to be part of it. And
what a hero.
Yeah, him and one of the other women from his I guess his firm ended up making like a ton more different funds for other natural disasters that happened, like the BP oil spill, and like any other hurricane that maybe happened. All that, like they had a whole list of, at the end of the movie, that right before the credits, they had a whole list of the different funds that him and the other woman took part in to give money out to the people that were hurt. That was nice. Very interesting movie.
Cool.
Okay. Anything else seen? Anything else you want to go over?
I watched this movie that I watched before, but I forgot I watched it. But then as soon as I like got into like 15 minutes or so, I'm like, oh, I've seen this guy before. But it was basically this kid and his dad, and well, I guess like their whole family. And there's this murder serial killer, the Clove Hitch Killer. That's the name of the movie. And what he does is he ties a clove hitch knot around the fence of whoever he killed, like the fence around their house. and to leave as like a signature for the police. So, long story short, this Boy Scout and his Boy Scout troop leading father, um, the dude's son
Sounds like the dad did it. Yeah, by that laugh, I think I'm right.
The kid finds this this clip from a magazine for like bondage and stuff. So when he's with some girl and they're like kissing and whatever, and she finds on the floor and she's like, what's this? And they're a serious Christian family, so it's obscene to be thinking about that sort of stuff. And from there, he starts investigating his dad's shed. He finds there's a crawl space under the house, finds all these people's licenses, and he's like, oh my god, my dad is the killer. Confronts his dad. His dad says it's his brother who got in some car accident because he wanted to kill himself for doing all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
His son believes him for a short amount of time, but then this other girl he's been talking to convinces him to follow his dad and see what he does when his family's gone. And the dad went and invaded the home of this woman who we saw at the supermarket, and he tied her up and took pictures. And son comes in with the rifle. He's like, Dad, what are you doing? And yeah, long story short, his dad was the killer, and he ended up killing and burying his dad, but nobody found out, so everybody thought he went missing, and him and the girl are the only one who know about it.
Did his dad work for a security company?
No, his dad was I think he worked maybe at the church or the school or something. But he was leader of the Boy Scouts too.
Yeah, this sounds like a BTK killer knockoff.
Yeah. So.
Okay. What a predictable sounding movie.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Kid was really naive.
I bet. Dad's a serial killer, you don't even realize. Yeah, pretty naive.
Dad, why are you going around in the middle of the night? Oh, I don't know, son. I'm just going around murdering people. Oh.
Dad, how come you're so quiet and reserved, but every so often you say you want to tie me up? What's going on? What's up with that? What do you think that's about?
Why do you have a collection of knives in your bedroom? Aren't they supposed to be in the kitchen, like where the kitchen knives are? Why do you have it encased in glass, too?
Those are my special knives for my special time, son. Back up.
Anyway, Adam, what'd you play last week?
Nothing.
Alright, Kevin, what'd you play last week?
What did I play last week?
Yeah.
Boy, let me tell you what I played last week. I don't remember, because the only thing I remember is what happened last weekend. It is Call of Duty Vanguard Beta.
Lamentum.
I did play some Lamentum. That was fun. Lamentum's a great game. I still recommend.
Absolutely. How you enjoying that beta so far?
Oh my gosh. Weekend 1 of the Call of Duty Vanguard Beta was amazing, and when that game went away, I was saddened.
Oh, I know, you were pretty sad. You came out, you're like, they took my game away from me.
I didn't even want to play anything. I was like, I don't want to play anything. I just want to play that again. Which is funny, because if you remember my comments about the Call of Duty Vanguard Alpha...
Yes.
Yeah, that was a bad alpha.
Yeah, you and I were not very happy with the alpha, so I'm going to be interested to give this beta a shot and see what's...
super bad alpha compared to the beta. I don't know why they made it. Like, there was no reason for them to go to the extent of putting out that alpha, like, early.
Maybe
if this is what they're going to do with the beta.
Maybe just to make hype up or something? I don't know.
No, there's no hype there. There was no hype there. That was the worst move they've ever made.
Maybe they know for the future now, never to do that again.
They better.
they better, or else Kevin and the lawyers are coming for you.
Yeah, right. Wait, what? Hold on, I don't have a legal case here.
Alrighty.
Oh, no.
Okay.
It's also too much effort. No. I'll just sit here and yell. That's fine.
That's and that's always an acceptable thing to do, Kevin. That's always acceptable. Sit there and yell.
It's like sit there and pout. It's a little different.
Oh yeah. One of these things will work. One of these days it'll work as well. What did I play? I played Persona. I played.
Did.
God, I think that's it.
I think that's all you played, honestly.
Yeah, I've just been playing Persona, I think. I feel like I swapped up to a game, but I can't remember what I swapped up to. Maybe I don't remember what I did.
Persona's a great game, but it's too
I'm having such a great time with Persona right now.
Way too big of a game. I will watch people play. I cannot.
It's been so much fun with Persona. Oh my god, it's been so much fun. I'm so sorry I didn't finish the original game. But I'm having a ball with Persona 5 Royale. I've already invested almost 60 hours into the game. It's insane. I don't know where I found 6. Oh, probably because I was on PTO. Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, that's been a whole load of fun. Probably when I'm done with Persona, I'm probably gonna do Jedi Fallen Order because I know I had gotten that and I had said I was gonna play that. But it's either that or I go back and finish Final Fantasy VII Remake. Because I was halfway through the story of that one in hard mode with the PS5 edition. Because I have the DLC already downloaded and bought, I just have to play it. So, but yeah, I think that's all I had played as far as that. Because Splitgate we played the week prior to that, because you've been playing the COD Beta since. Yeah, I don't think I played anything else. I'm pretty sure that's it. That's all I played. Anyway, okay, Adam, now, back to you. What'd you play?
I didn't play nothing.
Oh, no. Listen. You, out of everybody, have been playing something that's not very near and dear to my heart, but you know what? You'll enlighten us all about what your thoughts are on that.
Yeah, I've been playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I've been clocking in and going to work in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Because I'm pretty sure Ubisoft owes me money for doing this.
Okay.
Because I feel like
by Ubisoft, but
I feel like I'm a bug tester.
Oh.
I'm really enjoying the game. I'm about 46 hours in, 47 I think now.
Such hesitation you're talking with. I'm really enjoying it. Like
you would think.
Are you held at gunpoint?
No,
are you held in gunpoint by Ubisoft?
Hold on. What was it? Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm not held at gunpoint. D'accord. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're good here. I mean, I'm good here. No, this game is. It's hard to describe this game because I think almost everyone here remembers me playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey and my issues with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I look at Assassin's Creed Odyssey fondly when I'm playing this game. I don't like the assassin character at all. I don't like the main story pretty much at all, but this is the closest thing we've had to an actual Assassin's Creed game since the original Ezio trilogy. Like, it is... I really feel like I'm an assassin at points, but I hate the main character's voice, both the male and female options. I hate some of the dialogue. The game is broken to no end. I literally was playing a quest right before we started this, and it was supposed to only take 10 minutes, and it took me 30 minutes because the one character kept glitching out halfway through, so I had to keep killing myself and starting the quest basically from the beginning. Thankfully, most quests have good auto-save points, so when I kill myself or kill 3 civilians to desynchronize, I usually am restarted right before glitch happens. I've been teleported really far away. I've seen characters T-pose, float, sink through the ground. It's been a year since this game has come out. It's had multiple patches. This game is broken. This game is really broken. I've had major issues. I've had to reload my save 4 times in the 46 hours I've been playing. Because that's how broken some things are. And I'm still playing, and I'm having fun, and I hate every minute, and there's a lot of joy to be had. You understand? Does anybody understand anything I'm saying?
I
Do
don't.
I sound like a crazy man?
You know that serial killer that Destinato was talking about earlier? You sound like him right now.
I sound like... This really brings me back to Assassin's Creed 1, because I sound like Subject 16. They've done it. That's what they wanted to do. With the 16th Assassin's Creed game, they have made me into Subject 16. I don't even know if this is probably not the 16th Assassin's Creed game. I have no idea. I'm not going to check that. But it's like 12 or 13, I would imagine. But
I would say it's maybe like 12 or 13.
Yeah, it is. It's broken. It's bad. There are assassin missions. You have to do some reconnaissance to get like targets and stuff. There's a bunch of people to assassinate. That part is so good. That part is so good. Sometimes the combat is really fun, but I hate who I'm playing as. The world is ugly. It's England. England is ugly. I'm sure England is good now. I'm sure it's fine now. But England in the past is trash. That's just a fact. How they managed to go around conquering so many people, including the beloved United States of America, before we became that, how did they do that? I have no idea. This place sucks. It rains every 3 minutes in the game, I feel. It's muddy. It's gross. When there's a fire, it's all orange, and that's a pretty cool effect. The game is sometimes pretty, and sometimes it's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. Sometimes textures don't load in. Sometimes I did a quest, and it gave me a mask. And then I was like, how do I take this mask off? And I had to Google how to take the mask off. And they're like, thankfully, due to the patch that came out 2 months ago, there's now 3 options to take off the mask. So at one point, if you did this quest, you couldn't take off the mask for the rest of the game. That's how broken this game is. Okay. They literally just fixed that 2 months ago.
Okay, all right. First of all, stop.
I'll give it a 9. Give it a 9.
Get some help, okay? Get some help. You need some help. Secondly, did you say this was the 12th Assassin's Creed game, or did you say this was the 11th?
I said it was the 11th or 12th.
You were right with the 12th, by the way.
Oh, okay, so yeah.
You're spot on with the 12th.
I knew it was somewhere around there, because I did my rank the Assassin's Creed games. If I had to rank... Let me pull up that list, actually, because I can probably tell you where it's going to be ranked. Just give me 1 second. Destinato, fill the time.
I didn't expect the Valhalla to be like the older games.
Destinato, fill the time.
Alright, that's good, thank you. So, out of the 10 that I have played, I'm assuming that's counting the Liberty game, the PS Vita game, and then the other one.
That's a good question.
Oh, no, it's not counting that. It's counting Rogue, and then this one, yeah, because I've only played the other 10. I have not listed this one. So my favorite Assassin's Creed games go, 10 is Syndicate, 9 is Origins, 8 is the original Assassin's Creed, 7 is Assassin's Creed 3, 6 is Black Flag, 5 is Odyssey, 4 is Unity, 3 is Brotherhood, 2 is Revelations, and 1 is Assassin's Creed 2. And honestly, the top 3 can move around as much as possible. And Odyssey might be moving up on it with this. But I could safely say that this is before Black Flag. I can safely say that. I still like it more than Origins, Syndicate, the original Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, and I'm sorry, Genesis. I like it more than Assassin's Creed 3. It has a lot of cool moments, and if you can just strip the fat and the money hungry part of Ubisoft and like all the other crap that's pointless, this game would be great. It would be so good. And I've been talking to Genesis because he was on a lot this past week because of his PTO. And I was saying, like, I could totally see them remaking the first Assassin's Creed because the way they're doing the assassination stuff in here, it's wonderful. I wish I was kind of more of an assassin throughout the rest of the game, but it is so cool how you can go somewhere, do a little bit of research, pull your hood up, maybe get into some combat, and then go back out there, ride your horse, find a couple things, and boom, now you know where the assassin is. It's like, hey, go beat this guy who plays dice to get a note to figure out who the Templar is. And then you beat this person at dice. It took me 4 rounds to beat him. I could have beat him on the second, but I screwed up. I got greedy. But it took me 4 rounds. I beat him. And then it was like, okay, you got this note. Hey, this note says that this person wears a black cape and they like to go to the mines. You go down to the mines, which is 800 meters somewhere else. You go there and you're searching around. You find another thing. And it's like, this is this person. Mark them. Oh, they're standing in the middle of a market? Okay, I can go over here, I can go on the roof, and I can jump down and I can assassinate them. Then you do that, and then you hold the assassinate button, and then it automatically picks that person up, and immediately I'm just ducking into the grass. I throw them into the grass, I stand up, throw my hood up, and walk out of the city. And that part is still so cool. And it's unfortunate that I know that Ubisoft will not see this and be like, yeah, we should go back into being an assassin instead of these open world RPGs that they've created. So, I really do like this game. It's broken, but my final thoughts are, I'm still playing it. I'm sure I'll have more thoughts when it's over, because it is tying into the Assassin's Creed lore. I'm enjoying it, but if you liked Odyssey, Cassandra is a 10 times better character than this assassin, if you even want to call him an assassin. Cassandra is like Ezio quality in Odyssey. Like, she's great. Her character is amazing. She's one of the best assassins. Even though she's barely an assassin, she's still one of the best assassins because she has all the qualities of a good assassin. And she also lives forever. Spoilers alert for Odyssey. It's not important. Not really forever till 2018, but again, not important. But yeah, so that's kind of what I have to say about this for now. So, okay. Oh, and then I watched almost nothing except the final season of Lucifer that came out. I painstakingly went through all 10 episodes. I really enjoyed most of the season. I think the final episode is I like where it ended. I think how it got there, stupid, very very stupid. It's like somebody else who had no idea who the characters were decided to come in and write that episode because they just didn't know what to do with it. I joined the Lucifer subreddit because, why not? Finally, I didn't want to because of spoilers and stuff, but they've been good on there. But I joined that just to read about like what other people thought. A lot of people not happy with a lot of stuff that happened. I'm not one of those people. I'm not losing my mind over everything. I don't think the whole series is broken or anything like that. I just think that the season finale is basically the last 2 episodes, and I think for an episode and a half it's great, and then it gets into like what? I was literally shocked, as in like, how the hell would you do that? And then when it got to the actual ending, I was like, oh, that's nice though. That's okay, all right. And I was happy overall, but I'm not like, it's not Breaking Bad. It's not the ending of Breaking Bad where I was like, wow, it started amazing and it ended amazing. So, it was cool though. A lot of callbacks to the first season. So, yeah. Still recommend it. Kevin, any day you jump on that.
To actually give you the proper number of Assassin's Creed games, if I add all the side games in there, like all the spin-off games,
16?
There's 22 of them.
Jesus Christ, what the? Alright, that's too many.
Yeah, 22, yeah. And with every spin-off in there, every single spin-off. That includes like the mobile spin-offs too. I don't know. I will never understand, and I don't want to understand why you're subjecting yourself to that. I don't know.
I've been telling you about like the main points of this. I like the modern day story again in the new Assassin's Creeds. I think they actually do have something good going on. because it's tying again into the 2012 one, Assassin's Creed 3 Modern Day Story.
Which you did tell me about that.
Yeah,
Those,
and
things that.
It's nice that they were directionless for a long time, and it's nice that it seems like they have some sort of direction we're going in, and then also we're getting into the point where it's almost the year of the first Assassin's Creed, so that's why I think like a reboot or like just a remake of the original Assassin's Creed and updating it to modern mechanics and bring Altair again in, and then possibly giving him his own actual trilogy instead of one game and like a quarter of some of the missions in Revelations. Like you learn about how much he does because the Assassin Order basically dies with Altair, but Altair builds it up because the leader betrays him, and he completely rebuilds the Assassin Order into what we know it today. And then Ezio comes in, and he finds out what Altair did, and he's like, I will continue this. So it's those two really brought it in, but without Altair, there would be no Assassins of the modern day. Now, I know all this is fake, and there are no Assassins of the modern day, and I sound kind of crazy if we just cut this part out. But no one's going to do that, so we should be okay. But you know what I mean?
They're probably somewhere.
No, all right.
All right, I'm going to hold that segment for a second because we can have a theoretical segment on where modern day assassins and Templars would be. We'll talk about that in a couple of minutes, but I kind of want to give somebody somebody else a chance if they want to go over any other topics before we get into something like that, because that can go down a big rabbit hole real fast. Kevin, you have any topic you want to go over this week?
No, yeah, I do. So, Call of Duty Vanguard.
Are you eating?
Shush. Call of Duty Vanguard Beta. So weekend 1 is over. We're now on weekend 2. So I'll be talking about weekend 1, although I touched weekend 2 a little bit. So weekend 1 started out, and I was like, all right, we'll see what like some real multiplayer is like, because that alpha was garbage. And it was great from the start. I'm like, okay, here we go. Map design, hello, finally, we're getting somewhere with map design, and maps aren't like claustrophobic. But really, it started kicking off at day 2. So in day 1, when I was queuing up for Team Deathmatch, I noticed on the bottom of the screen it said tactical pacing, 6v6. I was like, what does this mean? Is it like respawn timer adjustments or like what? I'm like, sure, whatever. 6v6 Team Deathmatch, sure. Day 2, they were like, alright, we brought Blitz in. I'm like, I don't know what that is. Go on, and Team Deathmatch is suddenly Blitz pacing, 14v14. And I was like, and then this little like Russian city map, 24v24, and it's just playing with that many people just changes everything about the game. It allows people using marksman rifles and sniper rifles to like actually do what they're supposed to do, because you have a front line, you have a mid line, and then you can be the back line. It's harder to actually have people come up like behind you and knock you out. But then if somebody actually does sneak up behind enemy lines, you can have a field day. You could rip so many people apart and get all your kill streaks all in one go pretty easily. But yeah, I don't know. The blitz pacing is just so great. I don't know why it took Call of Duty so long to get this back in. We were stuck in like 6v6 world for so long. It feels a lot more like the original Call of Duty games, Call of Duty 1 and Call of Duty 2, which is not a bad thing. I still like that multiplayer the best, alongside Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer, because that was just insanely good as well. Weapon attachments are not totally different, but they just expanded upon that bad boy. You can put 10 attachments on. Well, 2 aren't really attachments, but we'll get there. You have the muzzle, barrel, optic, stock, grip, magazine, ammo type, underbarrel, and your proficiency and your kit. And basically, proficiency and kit, it's kind of like Call of Duty trying out what Destiny does with some of its legendary weapons, where they have like special passives and stuff. Except these ones you set. It's not a random like drop chance or something. We're not going back to Advanced Warfare with like weapon blueprints that were just busted. Um, you have proficiencies like if you have an SMG, one of the later proficiencies you can unlock is Frenzy. You get a kill, and you immediately regen. There's another one for SMGs called Momentum. You get a kill and you get a stacking speed bonus. Your kit gives you like something a little extra. I haven't really looked at what SMG. I think SMGs get a lot of melee with the kit, but marksman rifle, which is more my speed. Um, there's a proficiency called Acquisition, where if you get a long range kill, you get like more accuracy or higher accuracy and more recoil control. There's a kit in there for longer holding your breath. Um, just all sorts of neat stuff. It'll be interesting to see how broken these guns can get because I'm sure somebody's going to find something ridiculous. Um, but all the weapons that are so far in the game, which I hope there's going to be more because I don't think it's enough. Um, but I'm pretty sure every Call of Duty beta, they kind of like, well, there is a max level cap, and I think they also just like hide things so you don't like you don't have everything spoiled for you. I don't know why, because like it's a beta. We're supposed to be testing the game. Just give us everything and just let us play with it and not have to unlock everything. But whole different discussion. But yeah, I'm hoping that there's more guns because they're missing a lot of not crucial, a lot of like mainstays of World War II first-person shooter games. Like there's only one marksman rifle, and that's the Garand. There were plenty in the actual war. There are no British rifles in the entire game, as of yet anyway. I'm not sure what the three-line sniper rifle is. That might be Japanese, but if it's not, then there's like no Japanese rifles, which Japanese rifles were like some of the best in the war, just because they were so long and so accurate. But anyway, yeah, hopefully more weapons come along. The kill streaks, some of those are probably hidden as well, but right now they're looking pretty solid. I love the new kill streak intel, or at least I think it's new. I haven't played every Call of Duty like religiously, so they might have added this in. But intel is you still have spy planes in the game, and they function basically the same way, where it just sweeps across the map and detects people. Intel is centered on you, and as long as you are alive, you just have this pulse that's constantly coming out from you, and it's faster than a spy plane. Doesn't cover as much area, but it will like give you a much more accurate depiction of where everyone is around you. So like if you're in a party with people, intel is going to be devastating if you're all communicating because you can have so much more information on people as long as they're not running Ghost. Yeah, where else? So apparently this already did exist in the game. It was in whatever the previous game was. But the mount mechanic that's in the game, you can basically put any gun on any surface, sort of. So you can mount like door frames or edges of walls. You can also mount a fence line, ridge line, whatever, and you can slide along it. You have a little bit better accuracy. Not really all that broken from what I can tell in the beta. Not a lot of people have been using it in team deathmatch, but I could definitely see it being useful in like more tactical modes like search and destroy. You have the ability to peek a door. So if you aim at a door and hit the use button, you open it up like a third of the way, so you can see through part of it. And it makes no noise at all when you do that. So if somebody's not paying attention, you can very easily shoot them in the back. And currently, with the current maps, there's only like 2 spots where this is actually useful, but I've only seen 3 out of the 20 maps, or whatever they said they were going to be bringing. It was some crazy amount. Yeah. Patrol mode, that's a new mode for Call of Duty. It's basically Warpath from June 2016. So instead of a hill going like A, then it switches to B, then switches to C, then switches to D, it just slowly moves along like a track through the map, which makes it real interesting because I played one round of that on a Red Star, and the path that it moves along, there's actually a lot of stuff that you can like hide behind while it's moving through. So it's not like, oh yeah, okay, this is easy. Just keep throwing grenades like at the hill, blah blah blah. It's there's a lot of stuff that can get in the way of that, and you may not always have a clear shot at this thing. So you do have to actually aggress into it. Um, I could just keep going on. Basically, I'm having a ball with the game. It's definitely worth a look. The game feels a lot better overall than some of the more recent things. I had a lot of fun with Modern Warfare. World War II, the reboot of Modern Warfare. Um, World War II was alright until they started patching it, and then like half the guns were just useless. Because they did not balance that game right at all. And this is the same company, so hopefully they learned. Um, I didn't play Black Ops 4 all that much. Cold War was fun for a while, but that game they didn't really do anything in terms of weapon balancing in the early stages of the game, and there were like 3 weapons that like everybody used, and it got real boring.
I was
So
gonna say I
hopefully,
thought there were like only 3 weapons in Cold War.
yeah, it was the M16. I forget what there was an SMG. I want to say it was like an Uzi maybe.
I thought it was the
Um,
MP5, wasn't it? People were
it could have been the
really angry
MP5.
that the MP5 got nerfed finally.
Okay. And then there was a rifle too that was really good. It was like a 4-shot burst rifle or something like that that was broken.
Not the
Um,
FAL, right? It was something else.
no, something else. FAL was what I started with, and I was like, wow, this is hot garbage. And I got the M16, and that was the only gun I used for the rest of the game. Uh,
Mm.
so yeah, hopefully weapon balance stays like how it is, because currently, like, people are using a lot of different guns. There's not a lot to choose from, but there's a reason to use a lot of the different guns, and that reason is amplified when you get more people in. Because when you have 6-on-6, like, running and gunning, which there's nothing wrong with this. Don't get me wrong. Like, some people really like to play this way in Call of Duty game, but running and gunning kind of reigns supreme in 6v6 because there's not a lot of people to cut you down or see you like moving through an open area or something like that. But when you have 14 on 14, 20 on 20, 24 on 24, like, you gotta kill a couple people and then sneak to the next spot, and it gets a lot more interesting. And a lot more weapons become totally viable. And those who are good at like running, gunning, and playing that frontline role are actually like crucial to allow those who like playing a more backline role to continually contribute more kills and assists to your team. Like in that one match that I played, where I got a 21 kill streak.
Yes, I do remember that YouTube video that you had. Oh my god!
For the first
Again,
time in my life, I got over 20.
the dude took a cheap shot at you, which there were 2 people
Well,
who couldn't have really done anything. I am gonna pose a question or two to you, actually, based on everything you said here. So, I was reading online, and this is just through Reddit and NeoGAF, just kind of reading through comments and things like that. A lot of the players are not as happy with this game as they were with like something like Modern Warfare. A lot of people prefer the gunplay of Modern Warfare versus this. I'm not going to really include Cold War because Cold War wasn't as optimized. Um, but you're one of the few players that I've heard or read or seen that appreciate the gunplay of this game more, as well as I've read another thing where a lot of the pro players are, yeah, I don't know if this is a serious headline, but they're injuring themselves as they're playing. Like the way that they're playing this particular game, their thumbs are just like beyond getting injured when they're doing this. Do you have any explanation on something like that? And I mean, you've already said why you like the gunplay a lot, but I kind of just tied those two things together just to ask you that question. Do you know anything about something like that?
I don't know how you would injure your thumb. I mean, professional players hold the controller very differently when they're playing Call of Duty. I've seen it. It's bizarre. Um, But like, unless they're holding the controller in a new way, I don't know how you would injure your thumb. Index finger maybe, but thumb I don't get that. But as far as like gunplay goes, you're gonna see a huge rift in players with gunplay in this because you have
Yeah,
actual
that's what I've
recoil.
seen.
You have a lot of recoil in this game compared to any other Call of Duty game. Especially when you start to trick out a gun. I started messing around with the Sten submachine gun, and I was like, all right, let's see how silenced and how like quick firing I can make this gun, and it jumps around like a friggin' horse. Like it pulls in all directions. But you know, if I'm up close and I don't have to aim that hard, I win the gunfight every time.
This is true. This is true.
But like it, wow. The recoil is just something because it's been basically non-existent in Call of Duty. You've had some, especially with like higher powered weapons like sniper rifles and stuff. They kind of like to balance it out had to put something into it. But like quick scoping is a lot harder to do, if at all possible, because of how the scopes are brought up. Aiming down the sight, the speed at which you aim down the sight is actually a lot more noticeable now. The recoil is there. It moves both vertically and horizontally. And unfortunately, like, I don't know how aggressive the auto aim is with like countering the recoil. I think it's like a little better than keyboard and mouse based on how I'm getting shot by people. But keyboard and mouse is going to be like the way to go with this game, probably, unless you are real good at just like barely moving down on the right thumbstick, because you're going to have to fight the recoil with certain weapons.
Okay, I just kind of wanted to get your opinion on something like that, just because I've heard very conflicting opinions about how people want this. Yeah, how people like this gunplay. There was a not to spoil the rumors of my segment, but there was a rumor going around that the next Call of Duty of 2022 is going to be a sequel to the Modern Warfare of 2019. And a lot of people were like, "Oh, I read through the comments. People were like, "Oh, thank God the gunplay is going to go back to that." And I think you really hit the nail on the head with the recoil. I think the recoil, because I remember when we played the Alpha, I was like, "Oh, these guns are different. They shoot differently."
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, "Oh, some of these things have real bad recoil." And I remember that thing. So when I go back to the beta, I'm gonna be curious to see how that plays now. Obviously, because I play a lot of Modern Warfare, I know. You went to Cold War and played that one as well.
Yep.
I'll be curious to see how the two differ. But anybody else got any questions for Kevin on this topic? Comments?
Concerns. Lottery numbers.
Lottery numbers would be helpful. I'll take some of those.
Um,
Lottery
is
numbers?
there any verticality in multiplayer?
Ooh, good question. Yes. Um, Not every map has like a lot of opportunities for players to play more vertically, but Red Star especially, you have the entire interior of a building you can go. Well, you can't really go to the second floor. You kind of skip over that, but you have a first and third floor technically that you can walk all through. There's another building where you have the first and second floor. And the second floor, you don't have access to the entire thing. You have access to like the blown out section of this like roof area. And there's one other spot you can get up into, but I forget where that is. The island map has a ship in the middle that you can go lower deck, upper deck, and then there's actually a tank in like the cargo hold on the words. It's on like a thing that goes up and down, like you can bring it from the lower deck to the upper deck, and you can actually turn that on and get crushed by it. Happened to me. Found that out. And then there's a couple buildings in that too. You can there's a watchtower you can get up into as well in that map. Hotel Royal is insane. You have the rooftop and the main floor, and you can go everywhere on the rooftop and everywhere on the main floor. Oh, and then actually there's some destructible environment sort of stuff going on. You can break down walls, or certain areas of the map are destructible. And in Hotel Royal, one of the ones that's actually changes gameplay a lot when it's destroyed. There's like a bar and like the mirror thing behind the bar. You can destroy the entire thing and it's just gone. And then you can actually vault over the entire thing. So that opens up an entirely new path of movement that's actually kind of crucial at times.
What about like climbing? Like
No
how
climbing
they
yet.
showed wall climbing and stuff?
The single player thing in Stalingrad showed actual climbing up buildings and like going from brick to brick and stuff like that. That so far I haven't seen it in multiplayer. I hope it's there. That'd be really cool, but haven't seen it yet. There's ladders. Seen a ladder.
All right. Anybody else have any comments, questions? Okay. All right. We're gonna. I want to take a little detour back into a conversation that we had earlier about this whole existence of the assassins and the Templars in real life. Anybody want to jump down that rabbit hole? Maybe Adam, you want to jump down that rabbit hole? Adam's dead.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
I think he already did. He's already in the hole.
Yeah, I think
we'll find him.
I think
He's moving.
Yes.
I do not.
Okay. All right, then. Well, was that it for your review of Valhalla so far? I know you're not going to give a full review until you're
I won't. Yeah, because I gotta get more concise thoughts. Because as you can tell right now, I'm a little torn. I'm all over the place with it. I hate it. I like it. I don't love it.
That doesn't sound like you're torn. That just sounds like you're a masochist and you enjoy giving yourself.
No. There's really good moments. Like when I described the assassin stuff, it was really cool. It's really cool stuff. But then there's other stuff.
Yeah, you describe yourself reloading your save 4 different times. You describe yourself killing yourself a bunch of times because missions don't end up properly.
The best way I can describe this is it's like play the it's like playing a game like Call of Duty. Like you're playing the main campaign, all right? But the cutscenes are from Balan Wonderland. It's like, yeah, Call of Duty's original cutscenes aren't great, but what's here is not. It's like, what? Why is this even here? Surrounded by cool gameplay moments. You know what I mean? It's very strange. I do have a little thing about Call of Duty, though.
Go ahead.
So, it's very small, that you should know of. We added Call of Duty to the 2021 Metacritic score predictions best of the best.
That we did.
So we got, because Dying Light 2 has been delayed, and that's been canceled off of here. Battlefield 2042 was also delayed, but it's still in the same month, as far as I know. It's still in November.
It was October, yeah, now it's November.
So I gotta be honest, my sheet already had it down as November. I never, I just assumed it was coming out in November. I never changed it to October at any point.
Wait, that's okay. That's all right, no problem.
I know it's okay. I again, further proof I can predict the future. But
okay,
anyways,
all right, hold on.
Anyways,
wait.
It was a joke. Right. Calm down. So, who wants to start with a Call of Duty Vanguard number? Desunoto, I'll go to you last because you usually require time. And why I'm telling you this so specifically is because when I ask you, I want you to give me a number immediately. All right?
Okay.
87.
Kevin, you want to start? Or what did you say? 87?
87.
Ooh, wow, okay. 87. Hold on. I guess my number keys off. There we go. Turn that. There you go. Kevin, you want to give a number? You talk
tough.
It out if you want. You can talk it out. Genesis, you can talk it out because we haven't locked anything in.
Here's the problem I have.
Go ahead.
Multiplayer, I know. I know the multiplayer is going to be very polarizing. I love it because it's very much like what Call of Duty
Do you
started
think
nowadays.
that polarization is going to affect the score that much? Has that
It
been
better.
something that's influenced scores in the past with the Call of Duty games?
Well, I mean, the multiplayer does. It doesn't matter if it's like reviewers don't sit there and go like, "Oh, it's a very polarizing multiplayer experience." No, they're either gonna like it or they're not gonna like it, and that should affect the overall score of the game, and not just a single player campaign. But the single player campaign, I'm super hyped for because it also goes back to Call of Duty 1 and Call of Duty 2, where you're playing a multi-front campaign, so we get to see the Soviets, the British, and the Americans. So I'm gonna go with my gut here
Ooh, you got a
and
gut.
say that they're gonna screw something up bad. 76.
Ooh, not something that bad, because let me tell you, 76 is one of the most common scores of a Call of Duty game on Metacritic.
Oh well.
It's actually for Cold War. Cold War has a 76.
Yeah, a few of them
Well,
have
there you go.
76. Cold War's one of them. Something else.
Because like with what they've shown, 87 is totally attainable, if not higher. But they just gotta execute.
All right, Desunoda, you want to go or you want me to go?
85.
85, all right.
Look at him, confidence brimming from his cup
Hey.
of love.
What?
Excuse me? I'm gonna play it safe. 87, too high. The thing is, though, we've been shocked by good scoring games this year. We've been shocked by some games that scored way higher than some of the panel thought, and sometimes we had some overestimates and stuff. I agree more with Kevin than with Genesis. I agree more with Kevin than with Desunodo. I'm going 81.
All right.
All right then.
So 87 for Genesis, 85 for Desunodo, 76 for Kevin, 81 for myself, Adam, and then we'll get
Conga line.
Another one?
Conga line. We got to get Conga line score.
Oh.
I'll add that, update that. We'll get his score. Oh, by the way, happy birthday to Conga line. He's 30 today. So, yeah.
Conga line, if you're out
Yes, you
there,
go around
happy birthday.
extra.
He's not out
To go
there.
around extra time.
He died. He slipped on a banana peel. And
Wow. Okay.
yeah. He didn't even fall that far. It's just the height of him. It was far, so he just fell like down to the ground onto
The
a
height
couch.
of him-
But
the
since
height
his
of
head
him
is
was
so
like-
high, it's basically how Gwen Stacy died in the Spider-Man comic. It's not how she didn't hit the ground, unlike the movie. She broke her neck due to the tension of the web. That's why Peter Parker was so cocky when he did that. So that's why that's what happened to him. He just fell, and his back, it stopped it, but his neck kept going, dead. So, R.I.P. to that dirty 30.
Wait, so in the movie she banged her head on the ground when she...
Yeah, she smacks her head on the ground in Amazing Spider-Man 2. Because his web is like a second too late. And it also does a bang sound. It's actually a pretty well done scene. But then the reason it's such an iconic moment in the comics is because Spider-Man catches her and he's gloating like, I'm the best, I caught her. And then she's dead because she broke her neck. Because he didn't take into the math of like stopping her fall, and instead of just jerking her completely and breaking her neck, he just didn't even think about that. So, because he thought he could save two things at once instead of one. If you've seen the original Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire in 2002, Green Goblin throws Mary Jane off, and that's basically how Gwen Stacy is treated in the comics. That's how she breaks her neck. Not important. More the DC guy. I don't know nothing about Marvel.
Hey, isn't that Fandom coming? Oh, that's the 18th.
Fandom, 16th through the 18th, yes. I know you said 10-18 earlier, and I got hyped. But yeah, that's all I have for Call of Duty. I don't have anything else.
All right.
Desunodo, you got a topic?
Hold on, real quick.
Ooh, good time
Next
for
week.
Desunodo to speak. Let's think.
Next week, Kena, don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it. That game,
Thanks,
review.
Kenna.
Diablo 2, review.
Are we all
Letter.
Are we all doing Kena next week? Are we all going to play
I don't know if I'm getting it next week because I'm kind of deep into the Valhalla. I do plan to get it soon, so maybe next week. I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
I'm also very deep into Persona, but I think I'm just going to get it.
Oh,
and
we
put it
should
in
go
the
over.
back
Hold
burner.
on. Let me tell you our scores. What we gave.
Oh, please, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so just to remind everybody.
Yeah,
Scores
absolutely. In the
for
meantime, Destinoto, get a topic ready while he's doing this.
Good topic, ready. I know. No, don't think out loud. Like, just think while we go over this.
Well, I was looking at Metacritic, and the highest rated game this year is this game called The House in Fata Morgana, Dreams of the Revenant, for the Switch.
What?
And I was like, oh, this is kind of interesting. It's a gothic suspense tale visual novel. And
a visual novel game got the highest rating this year so far.
It's a 98.
That's sad. Terrible. Anyway, keep going.
Well, then I checked the price of it on eBay, and it's like a little over $100 because it's from limited run games. They're the only ones who made the physical copy. So I guess as soon as those scores came out, the price probably just doubled.
Isn't it still also just on the eShop? I would imagine.
Yeah, if you want to buy digital.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely there.
Anyways,
but if you want physical, it's at least like $130 with the.
It's limited run games, though. You gotta get those quick.
Yeah.
I hear they're limited. Does anybody remember any score they gave Kena?
Nope.
Oh, I don't remember.
You know what? Let's do something fun.
I'm wrong here.
What would you give Kena? This doesn't matter because I'm just curious to see how things have changed since we last did this.
What would I give it?
Yeah, what do you think you would give it? I know what you gave it, but what do you think you would give it? I'm curious.
82.
Ooh, interesting. Destinoto, what do you think you gave Kenna?
Maybe like an 84.
Ooh, interesting. Kevin?
Ooh. 78.
Interesting. Anybody want to guess for Conga Line?
Conga Line gave it a 77.
Ooh, so close. So, Conga Line gave it a 70.
Oh, okay, that was close.
So that was a guess. That was the only guess with a score higher than the original scores. Genesis, you said 82. You originally gave it an 88. So
okay, I wasn't that far. Okay, so six off.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, 6 off. Destinoto, you gave it an 84. Originally, you said 86. Very interesting. And Kevin, you're the biggest difference. No, I'm just kidding. Genesis was. You gave it an 81 originally, not a 78.
Oh, okay.
So you're all not too far off.
No.
Yeah, I gave it a 79. Because, honestly, I think I'm low. Looking at all the stuff that I know of it, I think the closest is going to be Kevin with the 81. I think that's going to be what the score is around. Yeah, we will definitely see Monday, I think, Monday or Tuesday.
Is that when the review embargoes come off of it?
The review embargo is kind of weird for this game because it's a smaller game, so it's not really publicized. So
interesting. Okay,
we'll get it when we get it.
What did we give for oh god, well, you're gonna do the same thing, I'm assuming, for one of the other games. Battlefield, I'm assuming, was that the next one up?
The next game that's coming out, you mean?
Yeah.
No, that's not the next game.
Riders.
That's November.
Oh, it's Riders.
Yeah, you're forgetting Riders Republic, House of Ashes, Guardians of the Galaxy, Forza Horizon 5, Far Cry 6, and Back 4 Blood.
Is Far Cry 6 still this year?
Yeah.
So far.
Okay.
Still this year.
Wow.
They've been showing a lot of Far Cry 6. I don't assume it's moving. Also Metroid Dread. I don't know if I said that one. I feel like I forgot
No.
it.
Did we give actual scores for Metroid Dread? I can't remember.
Yes, you gave it a 94. Destinoto gave it a 94. Kevin gave it an 88. Congo Line gave it an 80, and I gave it a 90.
Congo Line.
That's what you want to call it, so. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Any more scores you want to go over with us?
I'll quickly say the rankings currently.
Go ahead.
First place is Kevin. Second place is myself. Third place is Genesis. Fourth place is Congo Line, and last place currently is Desunoto. The difference between first place and second place is so small. First, second, and third, there's like a 6-point difference. It is not a lot. And between first and last, there's a 21-point difference. So, Desunoto, you're still not out of this.
Yeah, it's anyone's game.
It really is anyone's game because on some of these, some scores are all over the place. Halo Infinite is still this year. Again, I'll go over our scores because they kind of differ. I gave it a 90. Congo Line gave it a 70. Kevin gave it an 86. Desunoto gave it an 80. And Genesis gave it an 82. So you three are kind of in the same area. And then me and Congo Line are... it's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. Also, House of Ashes, Kevin gave it a 66. And he's the lowest on there. And the highest is 79 from Desunoto. So I look at this thing often, and I just think, wow, we're all screwed. We're all screwed. Just because of how much of a difference this is.
House of Ashes is going to somehow screw me over.
I mean, honestly, probably not as much as Hot Wheels Unleashed.
Did we give a rating for that one too?
Hot Wheels Unleashed, that's November. Yeah, Genesis, you gave it a 62. Desunoto, you gave it an 87. Congo Line gave it a 78. I gave it a 75. Kevin, you gave it a 55.
Oh my god.
So, there is... there are some games here where it's going to be all over the place. So...
Kevin, if you get that right, I will officially...
If I get that right, I'll be in first.
I will officially declare you the next coming of Christ, if that is
all right.
And I can officially declare you that because I have ties with the church.
Yeah, okay. There's some radical differences here. I mean, like, it's going to be nuts. It's going to be really nuts. So, I'm very excited. We already got, like, 11 games for next year. So
yeah, I was going to say, next year looks to be very, very interesting for this format. Like, for Metacritic, oh my god, next year is going to be just...
So, I've decided on a prize for, if you get the exact, whoever has the most exacts, they're going to get a year of PlayStation Now as a prize, by the way. For the actual winner of this, I still have not decided on a prize. If anybody wants to let me know, like text me sometime later.
Adam, you and I will we'll talk about that.
We'll figure it out. I have a couple ideas. I don't want to do like a restaurant thing or like you have to, the winner is taken out to dinner. Like, I don't want to do anything like that. That'd be cool and all since we all live in the same area, and it would be fun to do something like that. But like, I want it to be a little bit more significant than that. You know, the winner gets a Switch. No, I'm just kidding. That wouldn't be winning for Genesis, so we're not doing that.
No, that'd be losing for me. That'd be losing.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. If we're all done with the Metacritic segment, I got some rumors for this week.
What's the internet whispering to you?
Wait, we got Desunoto with a topic.
Oh yeah, Desunoto, what you got?
I don't have one.
Oh, all right then.
Hold on. Hey. I respect the quick response. Thank you. But we gotta congratulate him where he improves, alright? He wasn't chewing. He had a quick response. Like,
he's been getting real good, and I really appreciate him for that, you know?
Yeah, Kevin's been chewing the last couple episodes. What's going on there?
Yeah, I'm slacking off. Well,
you're chewing now!
Yeah.
You son of a gun!
He's only gonna get better, you know. He's only gonna get better now. All right, so I got a couple different rumors here. So the first one I'm going to talk about is coming from a YouTuber named Skullzy. Skullzy claims he's heard rumors about a crazy Microsoft acquisition that will have the internet lawyers debating monopoly laws. There are a couple of other here and there rumors that in the next month, apparently, there's supposed to be an announcement of some big acquisition happening. Nobody specified whether it's Microsoft or it's Sony. Some people are saying it's Sony, some people are saying it's Microsoft. There's a totally different rumor that has to do with Sony, and I'll get into that in a bit. But I'll elaborate a little bit on this. So the post that I'm reading says, the OP of the post says, I have no clue who this guy is, but he's a smaller gaming news-related channel, and he claims, I'm hearing some crazy rumors regarding another huge potential Microsoft acquisition. I don't want to say any specifics as I don't know if this is all true yet, but damn. I predict a lot of internet lawyers debating monopoly laws at some point in the near future. There's probably going to be, so that's what he says. And then there's a couple things underneath that they're just talking about. Probably going to be some fake leaks, clickbait based off of these fake leaks regarding potential new Microsoft acquisitions and things like that. Everybody obviously has got to take a grain of salt when you're looking at this. But I don't know what to think of this because there's a lot of chatter going around. This is kind of like the not the highlight period for games, but more along the lines of like the closing period for games. So like TGS is there to wrap things up. Video Game Awards is in December. You know, there's always room for these big announcements to be had between the months of like October to December, because once January hits, it kind of calms down until CES comes up in February again, and then we kind of get the cycle started back up. Hopefully, with the PlayStation event in February, and then March and April are usually pretty quiet, unless there's some sort of like specific showcase. But what are your thoughts on a potential giant acquisition happening again? I don't know what else they would buy at this point. Maybe Sega? I don't know. That's been something that's been talked about before, but if I had to take a real guess, God, they'd be looking to buy something that would diversify them even more. Uh, Maybe, I don't know, maybe getting an IP from somebody else. I don't know, something to diversify them. I have no idea.
Yeah. There's been a few rumors about a large acquisition was coming from Microsoft again around the time of the Bethesda anniversary, which actually just passed, where they announced that. So I mean, Microsoft has infinitely deep pockets. So yes, it's certainly possible. I don't know what they would buy. Yeah, I mean, I'm literally, I don't even want to say anything because, like, I don't know. I don't even think they should have bought Bethesda still. But I mean, it was a good get by them. So yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know who's like really big out there that they would purposely go for, because they'd be like, yeah, this'll really dent everybody else pretty badly in terms of like games and
Take-Two.
Maybe Take-Two.
They're huge. I mean,
I mean, anybody want to take a stupid wild guess and say maybe they want to secure GTA and buy Rockstar?
I don't.
That'd be Take-Two.
Oh, okay. Oh, I just forgot. They are owned by. Yeah. Sorry, I apologize.
I don't see how any acquisition brings up monopoly law.
The only one I can only think of one that brings
The only
up
thing I
monopoly
think
law
of is Steam.
I was thinking Epic Games.
That would
Oh
work too.
God.
Take-Two's worth $4.9 billion in their assets.
Yeah, I mean
It's
that
still
one.
smaller than
That wouldn't be.
smaller than Bethesda.
But that wouldn't be. That wouldn't be a monopoly. I don't
But
think.
I don't think Epic Games could work because aren't Epic Games like in a partnership with Sony? Are they trying to sign a bunch of
No,
things with
I mean
PlayStation?
they do partnerships and stuff, and Sony owns some of the stock, but that doesn't mean anything.
Oh, okay.
Sony probably owns some of Xbox stock. Honestly, Xbox probably owns some of Sony stock. Like it happens.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't. Steam, I think, is too big. I don't think they'd sell. Yeah, I mean, I don't mean as in like too big of a company to be bought. I mean, I think they're.
Well, that'd be Valve, right?
Yeah, I think they're too big, as in like they're. I don't want to say they're egos, but I don't think they're like out there going, man, I wish we were bought by a large company.
Okay.
I honestly just don't know. I would prefer them to just buy studios
Smaller
that they've
things.
worked with, and not even just small, like just studios where they've clearly worked with, or like what Sony's been doing. I don't like when they buy large publishers because I like the competition. When you buy large publishers, it doesn't make any sense as a consumer. As a business, it does make a lot of sense, but I don't know. I'm just not a fan. Maybe they buy the Warner Brothers stuff.
Oh, you think they might buy?
That could be a monopoly because they'll then have computers, movies, like a bunch of stuff and a bunch of different things, and
Yeah.
that could be considered. And I don't know. It could be all over the place.
Could be.
I don't know.
Another
I don't
fun
claim
fact.
to be an internet lawyer though. So yes, go ahead.
Valve's total equity is $10 billion as of 2019, 2 years ago.
Yeah, they would be paying a pretty penny for them.
I mean, imagine them securing Valve though.
That'd be nuts.
Yeah.
There's no reason not to buy a Steam Deck at that point.
Because the Steam Deck would now be an Xbox.
I mean, it basically already is going to be because they said that Phil Spencer was like, yeah, I have a Steam Deck and you can totally pull up Game Pass on this.
How does Microsoft have so much money?
Their hands are everything.
Computers.
Microsoft.
$2 trillion.
Yeah, they're. It's stupid how.
They're almost like the number for U.S. debt. Is that close?
Oh no, not at all. Our debt is way higher than it used to be.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. It was like 2 or 3 trillion.
The war in Afghanistan costs what Microsoft's net worth is.
Yeah.
It's a good analogy.
So don't worry, we got all the debt we need. We're real good at that.
Oh, we're at 26 trillion now.
That's what I said.
Oh my god.
Don't worry, Apple and Microsoft and Amazon will buy us out in the future. It's fine. We'll get a bailout. It'll be good.
Oh, yeah, we oh god. All right, let me move on to the next one. So the next one I'm going to talk about here, I'm probably going to touch on this one actually. Jurassic Park horror first-person game in the works. This is a rumor from 4chan, so definitely take it with a grain of salt. Details of survival action horror Jurassic Park by the Alien Isolation team reportedly popped up. So, semi-open world first-person game titled Lost World Jurassic Park. Island Nublar, I think that's how you say it. Main character is a gun-for-hire trying to survive on the island. Velociraptor and T-Rex look-alike as main enemies. Mature game with lots of gore. Next-gen only. Stealth mechanics.
Sign me up. Alien Isolation was amazing.
Yeah, imagine just adding dinosaurs in that mix instead of aliens. That would be that'd be kind of scary, actually. Oh God, put that in VR.
And then you put that in VR, yeah. And then you gotta also, if they do it, I hope they also include the where the system, if you hook up a mic, can listen to the room If you're too loud, the enemies know.
Oh, hang on 1 second here.
No.
Is this by the same person?
This is from 6 years ago, what I just sent you.
Oh my god. Oh.
If you want to read that out loud to everybody, if this is right, this dude called this.
Yep, I'll read this. So this is a post from 6 years ago. Adam sent me this. Thank you very much, oh gracious God of mine. So this is a post 6 years ago. So while I was playing this game, the alien reminded me of those velociraptors in Jurassic Park. How cool would it be if the makers made this game in Jurassic Park world, running away from smart raptors that can open doors and occasionally slip past a T-Rex? This would be a nice PR for the next Jurassic Park movie as well.
So that dude posted that 6 years ago, talking in the Alien Isolation subreddit.
Oh my god.
So if this rumor is true, I only hope it is for that guy.
I got called it.
I hope it's true because I want to play the game.
So I just... Genesis, are you going to comment on that one and be like, dude, fucking kill me?
I would 110% comment on that one. I'd link our podcast to that and be like, hey, look, watch this real quick. We called you guys out. We called you out, man.
If you're right. So, yeah, I mean, it seems cool. It seems like some people have noticed this before. It would be good for the next movie. I don't think he thought of that. And, man, the franchise has gone strange with those movies. But, yeah, it'd be cool. Like, that'd be the team I would think would do it. But sometimes, the team you think would do it isn't the team that's always making it. So.
This is true. All right. Any other thoughts on this before I move on to the next one? Okay. I'm gonna move on to this one now. Every rumored Star Wars game in development, somebody basically made a list here based on all the little leaked, rumored games that are happening for Star Wars. I'm gonna go down the list real quick. So these are games that have been announced. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order sequel, Star Wars Lego Skywalker Saga, Ubisoft Star Wars Project, Star Wars Hunters, Lego Star Wars Battles, and Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake. Here are the rumored leaked ones. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2 console ports, Classic Star Wars Collection, Star Wars Mandalorian game, potential Star Wars Battlefront sequel, and Star Wars with Fortnite. I hate the last one. I think the most believable one out of those rumored or leaked games is probably the Battlefront sequel. I remember somebody.
They already made one, so.
Well, another one, I guess. Battlefront 3, I would assume. I remember somebody saying there was a Mandalorian game being talked about. I don't know how much I would trust that one. The other two, I don't think are things that would actually happen. So, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Go through that list again. I'm ready.
Okay, sure. So leaked ones I'm just going to go through.
Yeah, the leaked
Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2 console ports.
No.
Star Wars Classic Collection.
Okay, this one, iffy. Here's why. Those games are all hard as shit. But,
Hey!
pretty solid games.
Hey! Not midnight.
Hey! Alright.
Family show.
All right. Yeah. Don't get over it. No, those games are super, super difficult. But I might get them. Depending on the price point for that, you might have some buyers. Because they're kind of iconic for some reason. Continue.
Okay. Star Wars Mandalorian game.
I would be surprised if somebody didn't try to make the game. So,
I mean, judging by how successful the TV show was, I would say that
they gotta try, right?
Yeah. Potential Star Wars Battlefront sequel or just whatever the next iteration would be.
I think that one was possibly in development, and then the second one happened, and then they were like, let's hold off some years. And I do think they will eventually make that. Will it be soon? I don't know.
And then Star Wars with Fortnite.
100%.
Yeah, that's. Has that not happened? You know,
I don't think it's happened yet. No.
Thanos was in there. You know what I mean? Batman was in there. Superman was in there, and he had a gun. That didn't make any sense. Why is he in there? That periodic table girl was in there. That Aloy, she was in there. Of course, they're gonna put Star Wars in there. You're gonna get Captain Kirk, Picard. It's gonna be crazy.
Nice.
Okay. Any other thoughts on this before I move on to the next one?
Yeah.
All right. I got another one here. This time's for the Switch. So this is a rumor by Nate Drake. This is a.
You got the wrong console, buddy.
Yeah, I know. A YouTuber, I think. I'm not 100% sure.
We've talked about him before.
I think I've mentioned,
you have. Before. Recently.
He's got a rumor here of Nintendo 64 games coming to Switch Online as part of a higher price tier of the online service. He also talked about Game Boy and Game Boy Color games that are coming to Nintendo Online service.
Wait, did we talk about this one?
No, I talked about the Game Boy and Game Boy Color ones. Now he's talking about Nintendo 64 games and an entirely new tier of the online service. This was not mentioned the last time.
What is the online service?
Bad.
Enlighten me.
It is terrible. Voice chat is almost non-existent. Connection is garbage. It is way cheap. I think it's like $30 for the year.
Yep.
And
so it's actual like online play and stuff.
Yes, yeah.
You needed to visit people's Animal Crossings.
You get, I think they give you free virtual console games every month, 1 or 2 of them, I think, or maybe 3 even. I think that's it.
Well,
I think that's all the benefits you get.
I mean, Perfect Dark and GoldenEye would be really fun to play online, but that's about it.
I mean, if you were to raise this by $10, and tell people that they get N64 games, along with virtual console games and Game Boy games, but they don't fix the online, do you think Nintendo fans would just blindly give them more money?
First of all, I don't think Nintendo would raise this by only $10.
Okay, sorry. Make it equivalent to the other one, so raise it by $30.
Yeah, I think they'd be like, hey, we're revamping this, we're relaunching it. $60 for a year, and also we're adding all this other stuff. I could see them doing that. There's no reason for them to just increase it by 10.
And they never have a history of doing something, nice like that.
Because even if they increase it by 30, I think most people just won't cancel. They'll just wait. They'll let it auto-renew. Or they're not using their online at all. Because there's no reason to in 90% of the Switch games that come out.
This is also true.
So
yeah, I don't know what else you would want to play online for 64.
Donkey Kong Country 64.
I mean, maybe, yeah.
Banjo-Kazooie. Banjo-Tooie with online. Super Mario 64.
Can't play it online. There's no online mode in that.
They added the online version of the DS version of the game. I wonder if they could just add that in there. I don't know.
It would just port the DS version to the Switch.
Maybe. That might be something they do.
That would be 100% what they would do.
Yeah, knowing them, yeah, that's probably what they would do. Any thoughts on this, Desinoto? What you got?
Skyrim.
You said N64 games?
Yeah, N64.
Yes.
I mean, I'd probably pay extra for that.
Yep.
Because you'll be able to play it on the Switch, right?
You would say that. You would totally say this.
Looking for these old games if you're not emulating them, like if you want... I mean, you could always emulate them on like a tablet or a computer or something.
I don't know, that's what we'll do that.
There are so many different things you can emulate this garbage on now.
No,
If you
don't
own the
emulate.
game, you can emulate it. You can, if you own the
No.
game.
No, still don't do that.
But the convenience of having it on the Switch and not having to buy cartridges, which are most likely going to be very expensive for the good ones, at least the good N64 games, or the standout ones, would be pretty nice to have for a small monthly fee increase, maybe like like $10 or $20 for the year extra.
They're gonna do a 30. It's a 30, guaranteed 30.
But
Adam
like,
had a
what
solid
else
20.
even makes it 60? That like, what even makes it that much money?
They don't. It doesn't matter. It's
Because-
Nintendo. They can charge $100 a year, and people would be like, "Yeah, sure, we'll take it."
They make it a
Well-
Game Pass equivalent, only with
Well,
classic
they
games.
would have done that already then.
Who says
I mean,
they're not?
they,
Who says
they,
they're
they
not
could
working on
have
it?
started it at $60 a year if they wanted to do that.
They probably didn't have it ready yet. I mean, you got to remember too. They're very behind when it comes to like tech and software and things like that. They're not.
No,
they're
but
not
I'm just
that,
talking about like the price. Like they could have started at whatever number they wanted, and they chose 30 because they see that they're not really giving as much as the other online services are.
You're talking about them in a very highly regarded manner. This is Nintendo we're talking about. This isn't like some-
Destinoto is correct that they're not giving as much, and not a lot of games support it. And, he's not wrong. What you're saying is also not wrong. That it is also Nintendo. They're super far behind. They literally just put an Ethernet port on this thing. Yeah, Nintendo gonna Nintendo. But yeah, you're both right. So calm down.
Any other thoughts on this?
No, it would be cool, but I guess we'll see what they end up wanting to do.
Okie dokie. My next one here. I guess this is come out to be like a legit thing. Destroy All Humans 2 remake got announced. I did not know that this got announced. Tweet got deleted. Game was also mentioned in NVIDIA data leak. I'm also going to bring that up as a part of this rumor, the NVIDIA data leak, because it's something that people are. I thought that NVIDIA came out and said that it's a lot of speculative titles on there. So they're not all legitimate titles. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I just couldn't remember.
Yeah, what we all assumed when that news first broke.
They said it was just like testing purposes or whatever.
Right, yeah, like when Netflix was doing that Sony titles.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they had like a bunch of Sony titles on there. They had a bunch of like Nintendo titles, a bunch of Xbox titles. I'm like, what is all this? They said that the database leak is real, but the games are speculative titles and all that stuff. People keep talking about this NVIDIA game leak though, and they keep putting up like.
Before we do all that, who tweeted out the Destroy All Humans 2 remake?
Oh, okay. Hang on a minute.
Because since that was tweeted, that actually has like a legit source.
PlayStation.
All right. Well, Blue Point was tweeted out, so we know how that goes.
Hang on. A trailer was attached to it.
Oh my god.
It was PlayStation.
Wow, they're really dropping the ball with their Twitter. What's going on there? Oh, it wasn't PlayStation Japan, so it's fine.
No.
I mean, Destroy All Humans 1, I mean, it probably was well liked. It probably sold pretty well, and they were probably already working on 2. So, cool. I guess.
Yeah,
I never really cared for those games.
No, that's fine. Yeah, that's odd that PlayStation had that one out. Wow. Okay then. All right. Any other thoughts on that before I move on to the next one here? Okay. Next one I got. Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 release date leaked. 16th of November 2021.
Yeah.
It's for PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. Last gen versions will come later, as mentioned by Frog Wares today on his Twitter. I don't know if Wares is.
They've made Sherlock Holmes since Awakening, I think.
Oh, okay. I only chose this one as a rumor because this is one of the few that was like, it's a leak and it's real close, and I was like,
Yeah, they
also
confirmed
Sherlock
it.
Holmes. Yeah. Also Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, it's been confirmed for the 16th.
Oh, is it confirmed? Okay.
Yeah. Push Square posted an article about it earlier today. Weird, super weird. Guess how much this game is?
$20.
$44.99.
$44.99, huh?
And the deluxe edition is $59.99. That is
very odd.
That is very odd. So, I don't know if there's been any other game that's launched at $45.
I'm sure there has been.
I'm sure there has been, but I can't name any of them.
Oh, no, 100%.
Yeah. Weird.
Okay. Next one I got here. So this is going to be a two-part rumor because it's about the same exact thing. So Call of Duty 2022 is codenamed Project Cortez. It's expected to be a sequel to Modern Warfare 2019. The game sequel will involve a campaign involving the U.S. Special Forces fighting a covert war against Colombian drug cartels. That is through Video Game Chronicles website, and then the initial one that I said is through a tweet. Let me see if the tweet's still up, actually. By Tom Henderson. Codename Project Cortez. Yeah. Call of Duty 2022. Like I said, I think I'd be going for the next one because I enjoyed Modern Warfare, even though I grew to hate it by the end of it. But that might be one of the ones that I go for, especially if it plays a lot like the 2019 one. No other thoughts on this? Nothing?
Everything that happened in 2019, I'm leaving in 2019. So.
Cool, perfect. Awesome.
All I have to say.
But why?
But why are they making
a couple personal reasons? I don't want to get into it, Kevin, but thank you for asking.
No, not that. But why are we doing Colombian drug cartels in a Call of Duty game?
I think the real question is why not?
I mean, it's ambitious. This is going to be like the first time that you're not actually going against a proper militaristic force.
I mean, it's Modern Warfare. It could be set in the future, and Colombia has a bunch of stuff.
Colombia.
Well, I mean, it could just be what it's saying it's going to be, and be Modern Warfare. So...
Colombia.
It's a...
How big is Colombia's military?
Colombia.
I don't know. I mean, they have to have something, but I don't know if it's actually substantial.
Oh, I'm looking it up. Hold on.
All right.
The drug cartels probably outnumber them.
I mean, you're probably not wrong.
While you're looking that up, let me quickly go through the next one, and then you can finish that one off. Next one, Horizon VR game being developed by Fire Sprite Studios.
According to as of April 2014, their total military strength is 470,634 personnel, with 22,000 officers. So, like, much larger than I originally thought, if I'm honest. Also, U.S. Has provided them equipment and funding. Typical of the U.S. to do that for some reason.
We do that.
What's going on? What's going on with that? Anyways.
We don't need this. You want this?
Yeah. Hey, we already brought it, so now you're going to pay us? No, you're not? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we're not. It costs more to leave with it, so, bye. Oh, wait, what happened? We got shot with our own equipment? How did that happen? Oh, that's a shame. Anyways, Genesis, continue.
Horizon VR game being developed by Fire Sprite Studios. This is coming from the Xbox Era podcast from co-founder Nick Baker, who has a decent track record for accurate leaks, including Sony-related ones. He said that Fire Sprite is working on a Horizon game for the upcoming next-gen PSVR headset. Baker says it won't be a VR version of Zero Dawn or Forbidden West, but a separate game set in the series.
So I want to play as one of the robot dinosaurs in VR. That'd be cool.
I think that'd be awesome.
There's been a rumor of a Horizon VR game for about, 38 years, I think. About as long as Skyrim has been releasing. So, sure. And then Fire Sprite, as we learned, they just were purchased. And as we know, they were mostly London studios, and what we knew they did was mostly VR games. So it kind of makes sense. It kind of sucks if that's what they're doing, and because it seems like they would be forced to do that. I mean, sure. I love VR, and I'm down for more Horizon in any way I can take it. If it's good, I'm excited. If it's trash, it sucks for Fire Sprite, and I hope they do a game that is eventually good. Apparently they're working on like 3 games or something like that, though. When they were bought, some information of that leaked.
Interesting. Okay.
Shh, don't say that too loud. Insomniac will hear. They'll have to start up 3 more games.
They've already did.
Speaking of Insomniac, that Spider-Man 2 trailer we got was all in-game. No CGI. Everything was in-game.
I don't know. That's not a rumor or anything. It literally said that in the trailer. Captured on PS5.
Okay, well, they actually confirmed it afterwards because people were doubting that was actually in-game.
Yeah, people can't read the words captured on PS5 for some reason. I don't know why. Every time I see articles of this stuff, like, okay, for the Wolverine one, it said not representative of actual in-game footage. And people were like, wow, 30 seconds, and that's all they made in the game so far? No. No, bro. Please read the fine print. It just doesn't make sense. It's not Infamous. It's obviously not Infamous. Everyone's a fool.
God, it was Infamous. Alright. On to a big one here now. I want to have a good amount of discussion on this, actually.
Hey, fuck you. It's midnight. I'm just kidding. Keep going. This is great. You're doing a great job.
So I got another one here. This, unfortunately, does not have a source, so I'm gonna take this with a little bit more of a grain of salt. But the only thing that
never happened.
No. The only thing that actually has this going for it is the hire of the Capcom, the ex-Capcom employee now working in relations in Japan with Sony. Kichiro Urata, I think his name is, or that's how you pronounce it. I mean, he used to, I think he used to work with Capcom. Now works with Sony as third-party relations, and this is coming off of, I think, this particular hire that they did. So I'm gonna get into this. So the rumor is this: that Sony's formed a significant deal with Capcom. Resident Evil 4 Remake is going to be a PlayStation 5 timed exclusive, basically like Final Fantasy VII Remake, where it only comes to PC and not Xbox. Monster Hunter 6, PlayStation 5 timed exclusive, and date on PC for a set period. Dragon's Dogma 2, Sony is funding this project and is publishing the PlayStation 5 version on PlayStation, while Capcom publishes PC version. This might be a permanent PC and PS5 title. And then he also posts in here details of the Capcom Tokyo Game Show on the 30th of September. Resident Evil Village DLC revealed, new trailer for Pragmata, Resident Evil Outbreak reveal, and Resident Evil Village PSVR exclusive trailer. This, another reason why some people are looking at this and saying there is some sort of validity to this, is based on the trailer that we saw at the beginning. A lot of people are tying these things together. So maybe this is a two-part rumor. Not really a rumor for the second part, but more of like something that they're tying the two. They're looking up what they've seen as icons in the PlayStation that the Play Has No Limits trailer, the one for the showcase. And a lot of the icons that they see in there are a lot of Capcom titles, like Pac-Man, Street Fighter, Resident Evil 4, specifically Resident Evil 4. And those are not exclusive for PlayStation in any way. But they appeared in that PlayStation showcase, like, sizzle trailer, if you want to say.
Yeah.
Because it also had, like, Sly Cooper, it had... Right. It had Sly Cooper. It had Infamous. It had I think oh god, there was another one in there.
It usually has a bunch, and sometimes it puts in third-party stuff in there. It's not terribly uncommon.
No, but specifically there were things that they pointed out there, like this is too coincidental. But again, this is why I'm saying it this way, because I want to have a proper discussion, but I'm just kind of reading. So I'm reading off like what people have related it to. You have the Pac-Man, you have Street Fighter, you have Resident Evil 4, you have Ace Combat, Helldivers, Tekken, Dragon Quest, Hogwarts Legacy, Final Fantasy 16, and FF7 Remake.
It's just a good mix of past, present, and future games coming to PlayStation consoles is what I'm getting out of this.
Right, but the problem is Tekken and Sonic especially. Sonic doesn't make any sense, because Sonic's with Nintendo most of the time. 90% of the time, Sonic's with Nintendo. As well as...
The newer games have come to PlayStation, though.
Only one has. The rest of them have been on the Switch. Only one has come to PlayStation, which is Sonic Colors Ultimate. The rest
Mania also did.
Mania, yeah, well, I'm talking about like recent, because Mania is what, 2 years old now at this point? Mania's during the time of PS4 before PS5 came out, right?
Yeah.
Sonic Forces and Sonic Mania. The only Sonic game that's come to PlayStation 5 is
Sonic Forces came to PlayStation. Sonic Colors.
Yeah, Sonic Colors is the only one now.
Sonic Forces also came to PlayStation.
I'm talking about since the PlayStation 5 has been here, is what I'm saying. That was before the PS5, I think. Right?
Oh, I don't know when it came out. I don't know Sonic games.
I
mean, like, in general, Sonic comes to PlayStation now more than ever before. So
but
if you're trying to tell people that what games you have, you tell them you have Sonic. That's a recognizable video game character.
I don't know. Silent Hill was there. Deathloop was also there. Crash Bandicoot, Alan Wake, and Dragon Quest, which I think I mentioned before. What are your guys' thoughts on this? This was also part of the rumor of like the acquisition. People were at one point thinking, "Oh, they're going to acquire Capcom," which I don't know how much Capcom's worth. I don't think Sony can buy them.
We went through all that before, and they could swing it if they really wanted to, because they've been killing it, and they have way more money than we ever let on. So I believe all of this. I believe all of this. I'm going to say, because Jim Ryan and Herman Hulst have especially been talking about, hey, it's not just about first party anymore. It's about making these deals with publishers, because, yeah, we like to pay for games, and we like to, facilitate our own stories and universes and build up these wonderful experiences for PlayStation players, but we also like investing with our partners throughout the industry. And everything you said makes sense, that they would wholeheartedly try to pay for a Resident Evil 4 remake exclusivity deal, because they know certain fans want that, and they know that those people probably already have a PlayStation, and that's just another reason to keep them on PlayStation. Like, I totally agree with, I agree that they're at least trying to do that. Will it come through? Maybe, maybe not. It depends what Capcom wants to do. Everything else, that it's literally what Sony does. They're trying to make deals. They've complained, not really complained, but they've talked about how making games is expensive, and it's getting more and more expensive every day, especially the type of games they want to make. So they will definitely help out a publisher and pay for a game to get that exclusive, as long as they have some things that they don't have to pay for or they don't have to do. So I 100% believe everything about this rumor, except the stupid stuff with why Sonic in here. Makes no sense. That crap I don't care for. That's just the internet being crazy. Marketing just is like, hey, video game characters, it's on PlayStation. Yeah, we can put Sonic on here. He's a PlayStation character.
Okay. Interesting thoughts. I like the thoughts.
Also, there's a new Sonic game being made, and it's confirmed coming to PlayStation. So, if anybody
Which
remembers
one was
that.
that?
That one
the
where they
teaser?
they teased it.
Okay.
So.
Somebody
What else
playing
you
with a
got?
light switch?
Yeah,
No,
that's Destino eating.
He's eating his rice and chicken.
Oh.
No.
Strawberries.
Just
No,
chicken?
some Ras Malai.
Ah, you're eating that, I see, okay.
I thought you were playing cups. There was a beat going on there for a minute, so I was
the
like,
Russian doll game cups, that one, where you're just opening the Russian doll babushka every single time, and you're trying to get smaller and smaller and find the pin inside babushka, but you can't
Do you
find
know
the
what
pin inside
Russian dolls and
babushka.
cups are? Do you know the difference between the two? Are you drinking out of Russian dolls? What's going on here? Are you talking about the Russian nesting dolls? You know you're not supposed to drink out of those, right? I'm pretty sure that's like an offense.
That's why I'm not allowed in Russia anymore. Anyway, more thoughts on this rumor?
No.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Alright. Now, Kevin, answer me this. Was that about the food or the rumor?
The rumor.
Both.
Okay. Good question. Genesis, what are your thoughts?
I would
rumor man.
Okay.
This rumor man over here never gives his thoughts on the rumors.
I would actually like that to go through. I think Capcom has a lot that they can offer to Sony, especially since Sony's now the owner of Evo, or partner of Evo. Sorry, partnership owner of Evo.
Yeah, part owner. I don't know. It's so hard.
Yeah. I think that in itself, especially with all the fighting games that Capcom just dishes out, and the tight-knit relationship that they've had over the last couple of years, especially with like Resident Evil stuff coming to PlayStation first, the Devil May Cry stuff, I think that was at Xbox's E3, but like the special edition got mentioned at PlayStation's showcase, and then Capcom in general with their titles. Like Pragmata is obviously coming to PlayStation, so that's a big one for them. Between Sony and PlayStation, I would be thrilled to see a partnership, and even happier, I think, to see an acquisition happen there. If Capcom games went to PlayStation, that would be such a bombshell to happen, because a lot of people are fans of Resident Evil franchise and things like that. To capitalize on something like that and say, okay, now we get to hold the Resident Evil games on PlayStation like how they used to before Xbox came along, obviously, because I know Resident Evil only got released on the PlayStation 2 and then eventually went to GameCube and then went to Xbox. It'd be super, super beneficial to Sony. But I guess we'll see. It depends on if Sony wants to really empty out that money. There was a rumor like last week, I think I read somewhere, that said somebody was the head of Sony Pictures Entertainment was talking about the next big consolidation would come in like the gaming section. So people were like, what does that mean? Like, what does he mean consolidation? Are they going to shrink? And people were commenting like, no, I think that he means that the next big purchase would come in the gaming section. I think they're looking to expand that. But I thought, when I looked at it, I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Consolidation, doesn't that mean like to cut down on or to put together?
I mean, not necessarily. It's just combining stuff. It usually does shrink stuff, but you can consolidate. It's just to streamline things.
Okay.
Like, so, instead of like, hey, everyone's in charge here, we'll consolidate into only one person being in charge. That's you, Genesis. Continue. Move on.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I think that would that'd be pretty cool if that was the case. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts on that.
Wow, I see why
you got the next one up. Yeah, because I talk too much. Yeah. My next one here. This is by Sheepshow Nick. This is the same guy who had confirmed. Oh God, what was that? He confirmed something on the PlayStation Showcase, I think, or something like that. Indiana Jones is going to be an Xbox exclusive, but I think a lot of people anticipated
made by
that.
Machine Games, which is Bethesda.
That's yeah, okay. But again, Bethesda hasn't said like what games are going to be exclusive to Xbox and what aren't. A lot of people are just.
I think the answer now is pretty clear: games that are already out.
They're going to all be Bethesda.
Games, yeah, I mean, games that are all games that are already out. They'll continue to support them. Games that have not yet been released, those are Xboxes. I think that's what the messaging is at this point.
Okay. I got one last one here. This is from another podcast. What is the name of this podcast? Spawn Wave? I guess that's what it is.
Oh yeah. That dude's ripped.
Yeah, Spawn Wave, episode 231 that he's been doing. At about an hour 27 minutes, he was discussing that there is an Infamous game in the works, but it said 2023 at the earliest. This is the same podcast that hinted that the PlayStation Showcase before the announcement was to happen a week before. So I guess they talked about it. Okay, so they talked about it a week before the announcement actually happened. Yeah, I would believe this.
The Spawn Wave, he's not an insider really. As far as I know, he doesn't really have any
credibility.
Not credibility. He's not really known for leaking stuff. He's really more known for just reporting on news stories. He usually follows the leaks and will make assumptions, and he's usually like pretty good with that because he just pays attention and this is his job. So I with how big that Infamous rumor got, it has to be an Infamous game in the works. I think at this point, that's basically, I wouldn't say confirmed, I would say it's just like, if it keeps popping up, it's got to be happening. Like, at some point. Like, that's why I would love to know the behind the scenes of the KOTOR remake. Because that thing's been rumored for about 58 years.
Yeah, there's a lot of rumors, especially around Infamous. If you look at any of the state of PlayStation rumors, or like just rumors in general about PlayStation, a lot of it's like Sucker Punch working on some secret project, most likely Infamous, due to Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut just being finished. Like,
I mean, they're also working on Ghost of Tsushima too.
I'm sure, but I think they've gotten to a bigger. Their studio has to have grown, I think.
I would think that they're two teams at this point, yeah.
Yeah, if they are two teams, I would say Infamous remake, remaster, or sequel, or whatever you want to call it, is most likely in the works. I can only imagine if that's a 2023 title, and Spider-Man is also a 2023 title. 2023 would be like the year of superheroes again, with maybe Wolverine even coming out the year after, or maybe the same time.
Yeah,
that'd be insane.
That wouldn't be 2023 Wolverine.
No.
They're still assembling the team.
Yeah, I'm just giving like, thoughts or just, I guess a year of dreams, I would say. That would most definitely probably be a year of dreams at that point, if that was the case.
Yeah, that would
But,
be a good year for Adam. That'd be a good
oh
year.
yeah, Adam would have a happy year.
Adam
I
would,
think Adam would probably die after that. He'd be happy.
I'd be like, all right, bye, and then I would ascend straight to hell.
Absolutely. All right, guys, that's what I got for rumors. I think that was a longer segment.
Wow, you didn't even say one more or anything like that. You just ended them.
Yeah, no, that's
fucked up.
What? Do you want me? Am I trying to be Sony here now? Is it, oh yeah, one more thing?
Yeah.
I mean, he said he only had one to go.
Oh, did he? I didn't even hear that.
Yeah.
I stopped listening.
Oh.
You rambled too long when we asked him about Capcom, so.
Rimba.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. All right, well, good job.
Yeah, we did it.
Good rumors. We made it to the end. Desinoto, what do you think about this episode?
It was a little shorter.
What would you rate it?
Shorter.
Is it better than last week, or better than the couple weeks before, or what are you thinking? Is this in the top tier, or just somewhere in the middle?
About the same.
Okay.
The same. Desinoto,
right,
you want to close this out, Desinoto?
I give it 3 microwaves
No.
and 5 interstates.
Can you just rate us 3 microwaves?
3 microwaves and 5 interstates.
I appreciate it for the rating. All right, people. I appreciate everybody who's tuned in.
Are we appreciating the rating? It was 3 microwaves and 5 interstates. Like, I don't.
Again, we all appreciate anybody who's tuned in to this episode of Crafting a Chat. See you guys again next week, same time, same place.
Same time, 10:15 to 10:20ish.
Yeah, sometime around there, 10:15 to 20ish. We'll eventually get some sort of time ironed out here, but yeah, about 10:15, 10:20ish.
There's no one really to blame for why we start late, so.
No, not at all. No, there's nobody to blame. It's not like somebody is always here with a plate and a fork and a knife or anything like that. There's nobody here to blame us, obviously.
Yeah, follow on Twitch, subscribe to the YouTube at Starting Too Late, 2 R's. Yeah, that's, continue watching if you want to watch a gangbang in Minecraft, it's all just fun.
Alright guys, stay safe out there. We'll see you guys again next week, and thank you all for watching Crafting a Chat. See you later, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Motherfucker!